Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today I'm still playing with this lovely Lenovo 3650 Model 5, and tomorrow I have to deliver it back to Lenovo and say thank you for the borrow. So I'm not wasting any time. I'm trying all that I can manage to try, and that's a lot of work. I have added this ESXi host to my cluster, or it's not a cluster, it's just a VMware environment, and I wanted to do kind of a speed test from this one and to this one, which is a Model 2, but the processors are kind of similar. They're not, but they're both 2.4 gigahertz processors. This one has 6 cores, this one has 2 processors with 8 cores. So we're gonna see if the new one beats the old one. Hopefully it does, otherwise it would be a waste of money, right? But I've been cheating a little bit. I did a video yesterday where I put in some hard drives in the server. You're gonna see that a couple of days after this video, because that's a long video and I have to edit that. So you're gonna be seeing this one first. While you're at it, the like button is down there. Go ahead and like it. We're gonna do a little speed test and see which processor and system is working fastest. I can't do every test. I'm just gonna look at the processor and see if we get the processing power for our money and how much power that consumes. We can probably see how much power the old server is using and see how much power the new server is using and compare the two. So I'm actually gonna turn on the old server. Yeah, that takes a while, so we might as well do that in the background. So let's go into the living room and see.
Okay, here we are in the living room, and we have the server right here. Manufacturers, IBM. It's a Lenovo server, come on guys. But actually it says the right model right here. It's an X3650 Model 5 and the right model number. The CPU has 6 cores, they're 2.4 gigahertz almost, and the CPU is down here. We're running in trial mode. 1 CPU, 6 sockets, 12 threads, so on and so forth. It's complaining up here about there is no persistent storage, and that's because right now we are running off a USB stick and it's not able to write the log files and stuff like that. So the first thing we're gonna do is to play with our storage. So we're gonna add some storage to the system, and luckily we just made a couple of arrays yesterday, or actually day after tomorrow. So we have, now you haven't seen that video yet, but this first storage array is 4 solid state disks in array 5, and this second one is 2 ordinary 10,000 RPM drives, 136 gigabyte disks in array 1. Let's just make both of them. Next. Let's call it something. Wonder if it will do this. It did. Cool. Maximum space available. Yes. Finish. Cool. And we'll just make one more. The other one. The other one. Next. 2. The hard drives are actually 146 gigabytes. Great one. Next. There we are. And now it's complaining that the system locks on host is stored on. Yeah, okay. We're not gonna do anything about that. That's not really that important. Then we have to see if the other server has arrived. Yeah, this is the other server that I want to compare it with, and it's also kind of also an IBM server. It's the System X3650 Model 2. It's not a new server anymore, but it's still a good server. It has 2 CPUs, each has 4 cores and a total of 16 threads. This server has a lot of RAM. The one that we are comparing it to, the new one, only have a very weird number of RAM. Like there's one 8GB DIMM in there, but it says that there is 7.678 megabytes of RAM, which is weird. So we are still waiting for this one. While we do that, I think I will go and configure the LUNs, so that we can transfer disks to this on top of the storage that we already just did. I'm gonna be configuring adapter, and we're gonna be adding iSCSI adapter thing, yes, and that is right there, and we're gonna be configuring that. So I'm gonna be adding my storage right here, and I'm not gonna bother you with that. So I've configured my storage, and let's see if this works. Rescan, yes. And if we go back here, I have now at least one new. I guess I only need one. Over here on the other server, I should have... I have this Windows 7 64-bit standard machine that I will now deploy to the new server. Deploy virtual machine, call it something. I always call these 00 test 01. Put it here, and we'll put it on the new machine. Still complaining about the log file, and do that, and we will put it. Let's put it on the internal array of SSD disks. Do not customize. We'll do that afterwards. Cool. We'll let that run and come back when it's done. I decided to deploy 2 servers, one for each of the hosts that I'm gonna be testing on. This one has completed. That was the one for the Model 5. The other one is 44% done. It takes a bit longer to copy those to ordinary drives. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you the difference in power consumption. Here is the new server, and when it was not doing anything, it was using just over 60 watts, and now it's doing a little bit, and it goes up to about 72. What is that? 72 watts is the max I've seen so far. And now that it has done deploying the machine to it, it seems that it is falling down again to about 60 something watts. The other server, which is this one up here, seems to be using a fair amount more of power. There is big differences between those 2 servers. This one does have 64 gigabytes of memory in a lot of modules that do cost a lot of power, and it has a graphics card. This is the server that I've been experimenting with putting in a graphics card and passing through the graphics card to a virtual machine, which is those 2 machines that I've been playing with on and off the camera. But right now the graphics card should not be doing anything. It has power, but it's not doing anything. The RAM is in there, but that's not doing anything either. There is a huge difference in the power consumption of the 2 servers. Like this one is about 200 watts, and this one is about 60 watts. So that's a huge difference. After some time, the server has completed deploying, and I have turned them on. Here is the new virtual machine on the new server, and the virtual machine on the old server. That's number 2, and the new one is number 1. Test 1, test 2. The new one has 12 virtual CPUs and 6 gigabytes of RAM, and the one on the old one has 16 virtual CPUs and 6 gigabytes of RAM. So the old one has, what is that, 4 virtual CPUs more. 2 of them are real and 2 of them are hyperthread. So I have turned on the machines. They're right here. Just gonna minimize that. And the other one is here. And I have installed this performance program that you can find under CPU benchmark on the internet. So I'm gonna start the benchmark program on both machines. On. Okay, I managed to get this up and running. It seems that well, I had a bit of problems with the 2 machines having the same name on the network, and when I changed that, the licensing of this trial version of the test program went bananas. I hope this will work, but right now it says that there are some functions that I cannot do. I hope that they're not too seriously. Right now we can see that the new machine, it has a higher frame rate here. It's able to do 18, 19 frames per second, where the old system is only able to do 16 frames per second. It's of absolutely none importance, so we're gonna start the test to see if that will work for us. Start the benchmark, ready, run. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. Run. So we're gonna let this run. So the new machine is done, but well, we did start that just a little bit before the old machine. So 132.7. That's a very small number. I'm gonna let that be until this one is done, and we'll see the comparisons. 92.5. The new server is definitely faster than the old server in that regard. The CPU on the new machine is calculated to 9,517, and even though the old server has more cores, it only comes up to 7,650. So the new machine is a lot more efficient than the old machine. That's probably not a big surprise. Overall performance we just got. Then we have the integrated math, and here the old machine is actually a bit faster than the new machine. In floating point math, the new machine is considerably faster than the old one. In prime numbers, the new machine is also slower than the old machine. Extended instructions, SSE, the new machine beats the old machine, it being almost double as fast. CPU compression, the new machine wins with just a little bit. Encryption, the new machine wins with an encryption. The old machines wins in physics. CPU sorting is, the new machine wins with just a little bit. And CPU single thread, the new machine wins with a lot. 1696 is a lot more than 990. Single thread, the new machine wins by a lot. Let's go in and see the power consumption just to do that quickly. See, we have the power here. The new machine, no, the old machine. We were doing, let's just say we did the test around here, 240 watts, a peak of 266 watts, around 240 watts. The new machine, 92 watts is the peak, 100 watts over here. I must admit, I did run the test over here. Running it over here, 92 watts is the max.
Well, that was the result. Even though the old machine over here has 2 CPUs, it was beaten by the new server down here, which has only 1 CPU. And they're running at the same frequency, but the new one it probably does more operations per clock cycle or something like that. Has more nice features built into the CPU, so it's able to put some operations in other workloads or something like that. It's pretty clear that you get a lot of savings with buying a new server compared to an old server. The power consumption will probably be half of what the old server is using, plus you get more processing power for the same cheap amount. New servers, they save themselves in power somewhere along the way. I really like this Lenovo X3650 Model 5, and now I'm getting to the saddening part where I have to dismount it from the rack and put it back in the box and deliver it back. That's a shame. But, well, hope you got something out of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.